Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourselves in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours, and welcome to another exciting installment of Northeast Kansas. This afternoon's scene will be taking place in the Big Jasper's Guns and Ammo Emporium and Shooting Range. Well, if you need a gun, come to Big Jasper. I don't know how that came to me, it just did. I'm going to hell. Anyway.
Immediately thinking of Jasper the Sorcerer. Like, what? Why would he have a shooting range?
I forgot the sorcerer named Jasper. We apologize for his bow tie to humanity. Elizabeth, for her part, will be waiting outside the gun range. She will be standing in her normal kind of very rigid posture. Despite the heat of the day, she's still dressed in her, in her three-piece suit. The heat not seeming to bother her in the slightest as she waits for the individuals to arrive.
So eventually, in a very basic, I don't know what company, just a basic car, pulls up, a black one. You can clearly see in the vehicle it's Zach. He just has a white T-shirt on with some gray pants, and he goes to the back of the trunk and he picks up these two bags, and kind of waves at you, Elizabeth.
It is a pleasure to see you, Mr. Zach.
It's good to see you too, Elizabeth.
So sorry. Right when you're saying that, limousine pulls forward. Sky opens up the door and is about to step out when you all hear this. And good sir, don't get yourself in trouble or any more trouble. You don't want another week or two of training punishment, do you? I won't get into trouble. He'll close the door and get out.
Well, there's Sky.
Hey guys.
Hey there, Sky.
It is a pleasure to see you again, Mr. Olmsted.
Pleasure's all mine.
Very well then. Elizabeth will basically pull her gloves tighter over her hands before she will open the door to the the shooting range and bows her head so the other two can enter.
All right, okay. I give a nod and I thank her and I head on inside.
And Sky will walk in. His hair, by the way, you'll notice his hair is actually in a ponytail, not obstructing his vision.
Very good. Good thing that you bound up your hair. He says,
I occasionally do this.
Probably a good idea.
I thought it would suit better rather than shooting a gun blindly.
Yeah, definitely. So here, we'll check in over here and sign our waivers and get all set up. So Zach will go over to check everybody in, sign some waivers, and get ourselves our ranges. Buy some rounds. And does Sky have a weapon?
Yeah, he has a weapon. He's just kind of holding it clumsily, but has a weapon.
Only clumsily. So
Elizabeth will say, "Sir, I've already taken the liberty of acquiring us a range."
Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
I just thought it might be better for us to have privacy.
Wow, he kind of goes that. Wow, never mind then. Thank you. He goes over, really surprised.
He'll smile over at Zach and he'll say, "It's surprising how much money can buy you."
She kind of quirks her head to the side and says, "This wasn't a matter of money, sir."
Just, I guess she prepared it before I came.
You'd be amazed what can be acquired if one simply asks.
He smiles, but then says, "Well, guess you can lead the way."
She will lead you down behind the counter where the owner is standing. And as you walk down a tiled corridor, basically there are two doors, one left, one right. You can hear it pop, pop, pop. The sound of firearms being discharged in the left-hand side, through the left-hand side door. However, Elizabeth will lead you down into the right-hand side door that she will open and stride into the room. There are approximately 5 shooting booths in here that have all been that are all vacant, and at the end you will see that they have the standard target. So that is, a man's the vague outline of a man's torso on sheets of paper, stretched taut. There will be a number of booths. Sorry, my brain just died mid-sentence. Continuing on, Elizabeth will close the door behind you as you all enter, and she will say, "Now then, who would like to go first? Mr. Olmstadt, you needed me to show you proper technique, yes?"
Well, I'll be willing to learn, but I was more offering for I forgot his name.
Caleb?
Mr. Stone.
Yeah, yes. For Caleb. But yeah, I can learn a thing or two.
She will casually nod before she walks to the other end of the room, and she says, "So, you do not like the use of firearms, Mr. Olmstadt?"
I never said I didn't like the use of firearms. I've just never really practiced with them. I've always been more of a melee fighter, or sometimes even fist fighting.
I see. She will casually, she unholsters. You see, she takes off her coat and she hangs it on one of the coat racks, and she turns around. She has 2 guns, 2 heavy caliber pistols in the back holster, so just kind of riding above her thighs. And she has, I can never remember what they're called, but I assume you've seen them. The intricate holster where you unholster the gun by pushing it down, and it automatically loads a bullet in the chamber and deactivates the safety.
I think I've seen those. They're pretty elaborate, though.
Yes. So basically, you hear a kind of a click, 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 click noise as she unholsters the guns. She will also remove from her breast pocket a silencer and start to screw it onto the top of the gun. "You will excuse me, gentlemen. I find the noise of gunshots to be irritating."
I actually gotta check. Does he have? No, he hasn't gotten the silencer yet for his. So he just pulls he says, "Well, have fun. Let's see how well you can shoot."
Very well, sir.
And then he looks at this guy and says, "Hey, you sure you don't want to learn? I mean, it might be handy just to learn the basics, just in case."
No, I'm willing to learn. That's
Oh,
I just never had an interest in it before.
fair enough. While Elizabeth is shooting, he'll kind of go over safety guidelines before you even shoot, like, to keep the barrel down, keep your finger off the trigger, don't load it unless you have to, that kind of thing.
So, in that case, Elizabeth, when you've explained the basics, will walk over to you, Sky, and she will put one of her guns in your hand, and she will say, "Now then, if you don't mind." By the way, weird question: is Sky gay or straight?
He's actually like I don't even know. He's never really like openly sexual person. He just like jokes about it a lot.
Okay. Because basically what she does is she's appearance 4, so she's incredibly attractive. She will basically press herself into you, and she starts to alter your standing stance into the correct gunfire stance. So I'm not sure how your character takes that level of really quite intimate physical contact.
He might blush a little.
Zach kind of has a raised eyebrow at this interaction, like.
But she will eventually step back and she will say, "Now, important note, don't pull the trigger as much as squeeze it. Visualize
Okay.
where you're standing. Think of it as a line. The line from the muzzle of the gun to the target you wish to hit. As long as you can perceive the line, you can shoot most anything.
Remember, remember, breathe, and when you're about to shoot, hold your breath.
And it's dexterity, and since he's just trying to hit the target, like it's not like he's trying to hit it exactly in the center. Would that be like diff 6?
It's
Diff
Dex
6.
firearms.
Dex firearms, diff 6.
Okay,
Do you have
so
firearms?
it'll be diff 8
Okay.
because he
I
has
thought it was
no
only plus
firearms.
1. The diff.
I know you are right. It's +1 diff, so you'd be rolling at diff 7.
Diff 7.
Okay, he hits it.
Nice. Be a little bit better. Try again. Adjust when you need to.
Okay. No successes. He misses.
Hmm.
Dang it. Let me try it again.
I think trying again is at +1, right?
No. Because he's shooting again. If he was spending a willpower to re-roll, it would be at a +1 diff.
Oh, okay.
He misses again. The first one was the best. Ugh. He'll
Yeah.
kind of like shake his head a little bit. Then he'll like focus really hard, and he's spending a willpower. I really, really want to try this.
You got it. Just wait for the perfect opportunity.
He like inhales and then exhales and just focuses really hard.
Imagine time is slow.
So 3 successes with the willpower burn.
So that's 4.
You
So it
No, it's
probably
only-
relatively close to the center
No,
of the head.
it's 3 with the willpower burn. He had 2 successes.
So you hit like in a good spot, like you hit center.
He just kind of like turns and smiles a little bit. He's like, I think I'm learning a little bit.
There you go. It's all about focus.
What would it be to like twirl the gun in his hand?
Oh dear lord.
Mm,
Dex
Okay.
athletics?
no, it would probably be another Dex. It'd probably be another Dex firearms check because there are combat maneuvers you do with firearms that are not actually shooting, like pistol whipping.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
So
true.
I think to flick it around in your hand would be a Dex firearms check again.
Don't worry. No.
If you botch, you're shooting yourself in the foot.
Don't worry. He's burning another willpower. He has 9, so he'll have 7. And he spends it 3 successes because that's with the willpower.
Careful, but there. Turn the safety on first. And the mag gun.
Oh, oops.
Yeah, don't do that.
Well, at least
unless you
I
know
didn't shoot anybody.
Elizabeth will very calmly She's still looking at Sky. So what she will do is she will raise she very quickly will raise her other gun and bang. She once again looking at Sky, not looking at the target, and you see that there's a smoking hole right near the center of the head of the target. And she says, "One day you might be able to do that."
You could have
Rush.
shot Sky.
I could have shot Sky. What?
You shot the target right past him.
No. She was looking at you. She shot the target without looking at it.
Oh, I was like, you could have shot him.
No, she's not that psychopathic. Jesus.
Wow. Guess after how many decades you lived, it's a lot of time to learn. Well, I don't think I'll close. So then you want to go again, or is it my turn?
But by the way, she will do a very, very stylized thing like Sky. Basically, she'll actually flick the gun into the air and catch it as it flicks back down. So it's like true Western kind of, like Old West style showmanship. And
Oh
she
my
said,
God.
"If you wish, I could teach you how to do that, Mr. Sky."
He'll just kind of like smile a little bit and be like, "Man, you really are skilled with the gun." I don't think I'll ever be that skilled because, I mean, I'll probably learn how to shoot it a little bit better eventually, but my skills are always more athletics and melee fighting.
She'll nod and she'll say, "How best to phrase? You." She'll answer. She'll answer Zach's question first, and she'll say, "Yes, I used to shoot in Buffalo Bill's Wild West show, but that was a very long time ago." And then she'll address Sky and she'll say, "How very interesting. What form of martial arts do you favor?"
I plan to learn martial arts, but right now it's more like street fighting and kickboxing. And I know a little bit of sword fighting. Katana. That's why we sparred with those bamboo swords.
It's called kendo, sir.
Oh. Well, my brother taught me. I don't really know all the words, but...
Yes, sir. Do forgive me, Mr. Zach. You were about to shoot. Please feel free to do so.
He kind of gives a nod, and he takes the side. He whips out his 1911. It's a black one. And we'll roll. I think he has a specialty in hand-eye coordination. That would apply for this, eh?
Yep.
So we got
Dang.
6 successes. So he just hits dead center, like right in the center.
The way I see it is you like looked at where like Elizabeth shot, and you shot it through the hole that Elizabeth shot.
Can I get a little bit of smile, and then he'll take one more shot.
Dang! He does it again. No,
I got 9 successes.
He got 9 successes. I say he like did it 3 times and it just hit it directly in the center. one bullet after the other went straight through the same hole.
Jesus, Murphy. This was not the rolls we got when we used Roll20. Like, we would not get shit like this. It would just be ones central.
Sky's just kind of blinking, and then he'll like look over at Elizabeth and look over at Zach and be like, remind me never to get in a gunfight with you.
That'd probably be harder if they were moving. It was all dark.
Elizabeth will kind of smile, and she'll say, "Mr. Olmsted, may I have my gun back, please?"
Oh, yes. And he'll just go ahead and carry the gun to you.
Okay.
And he'll step to the side, turn on the safety.
Okay. For this next one, she's totally burning a willpower because I'm doing something crazy.
I want to say whatever you're doing is a higher diff.
Oh, yes, it's a higher diff.
I think he forgot to change it, but that's fine.
Oh, no. That was her shooting the first gun.
Oh, dang.
That's 3. Oh, dang, F9.
So he got 2 successes with a willpower burn.
Yep, at difficulty 9. Actually, hang on. She has 1 or 2 active things that might lower that difficulty. One moment. Aha. It would in fact be difficulty 7 for her, so that means it is. It would. The shot itself is difficulty 9 minus 2 to difficulty 7, which means she scores 3 successes plus 1 for the willpower. She shoots her own bullet out of midair. As in, she physically ricochets one to shoot the other.
Sky will just kind of look and be like, I thought today was a training day. Oh my gosh, I'm probably never touching a gun again.
She smiles.
Just kind of has a not bad face.
She smiles at Mr. I will point out, because I said this to add into there. Elizabeth very rarely, if ever, smiles. She always keeps a very kind of blank, impassive face. But she smiles at this point very, very briefly, like for about for less than 2 seconds before her face regains itself, and she says, "Mr. Olmsted, you have to understand, this is what happens when 2 masters of their craft meet. They have to simply see what the other one is capable of."
He just kind of looks at you and he says, I think you'd love my brother then. Oh my gosh.
Elizabeth, are the Rangers here for longer targets?
I believe so, sir, yes.
I think I'll just watch then.
Here, do you want to keep practicing? Here, we can keep practicing if you want.
No, it's fine. This is interesting.
Elizabeth goes to her backpack and she opens it. She returns a few moments later with a piece of chocolate cake on a plate and hands it to Mr. Olmsted.
He'll start eating it. He's just like standing there eating a piece of cake. Like, okay.
Yeah.
You will come to the realization Elizabeth always has food.
Zach,
she has conjuration specialty food.
Zach takes the mag out of his gun and like clears the chamber, make sure there's no bullet in there, and he'll put it back in his holster. He'll then take the other longer bag that he has and say, "I'd like to see if I can do some practice today."
I will see if the outside range is available, sir. If you will both excuse me for a few moments.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Impressive shooting. He smiles.
As I said, sir, when we required extra money, I used to shoot professionally, but fortunately that is no longer the case. If you'll excuse me.
He nods.
Out of character, Evan also has to go to the bathroom, so I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Fair enough. Looks this guy.
So
Good
I
chocolate
think
cake?
yeah. Oh, the cake's delicious. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, Sky, how's it been going?
Oh, good. But my brother's been really mad at me. Yeah.
Sorry, out of character, I zoned out. He says, your brother's man? What is that?
Well, you know the kind of the story about me, Caleb, and then everything that happened. Well, let's just say I had some time where I had to be training.
Tough love kind of deal?
I mean, he loves me, but my brother's a pain.
Do you like what you do?
What do you mean what I do?
All this, well, magic you can do.
Oh yeah, I love magic. Magic's awesome.
Well, I guess that's a pretty clear answer. Hope you keep working at it.
One of my favorite things is this, and he'll set down the cake. He's gonna fold his hands behind his back and do a backflip. Okay, let's see.
Dex Athletics, difficulty 8. Sorry, I just came back into here. I'm doing that.
He's burning a willpower.
Do remember to keep track of those, because remember, unless you do very specific things, you only regain one of those a day.
No, I know.
Nope.
I usually don't have like. I usually switch my characters. I have 4 characters. Right now he has 6. I haven't played Sky in like a few weeks, so. He has 1 success because of the willpower.
It's not graceful, but you managed to do it.
Oh, careful there. That was close.
Nah. With athletics, sometimes you come away with a few bruises. It's fine.
Yeah. As always, but hey, more than I can do.
Elizabeth will open the door at this point and say, "The outside range is indeed free, sir."
Awesome. Let's go check that out. You ever shot a sniper rifle before, Sky?
A sniper rifle?
Mm-hmm. Or a hunting rifle, more really.
No, I mean, I don't really know anything about guns, so why would I? Wouldn't that be harder?
Slightly, but mostly it's just making. But I can be there with you every step of the way.
What if I mess up terribly? What am I gonna do? Shoot myself in the face?
It's up to you.
Up to me to shoot myself in the face?
You know what I mean.
If it would aid you, sir, in some manner, I could shoot you in the face.
No thanks.
As you wish, sir.
Yeah, let's head on up. I'll take the bag and hold open the door for you two.
You see, like, kind of like every time he's just standing, he'll be like tapping his leg.
So I
As,
follow Elizabeth.
as we walk outside, we kind of come to a grassy embankment that's been built up. And then about 250 to 300 yards away, there are targets. These are more permanent targets. So they're basically comprised of, an earthen work that have various different, that have, a bullseye mark on them. So,
Like metal pans and shapes of different sizes
yeah,
and assortments. Yeah.
essentially. Elizabeth will start. We'll put her backpack down, and we'll start. And we'll spread a tarp, we'll spread a blanket on the ground, and start taking out things for a picnic, because it's Elizabeth and she carries food everywhere she goes.
He smiles.
Oh, nice.
And
3 successes. Oh, sorry. He kind of did like a cartwheel.
You are very ostentatious, Mr. Olmstead.
He
I have a
he
lot of
kind of goes.
energy.
He kind of goes to an area where they're like the longer range shots, and he goes and sets down his and starts setting up his R700 model. He sets up the tripod and just sets it so that I can hit the really really long range targets that are about a few hundred meters away.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll get that all set up and ready to go for just in case Elizabeth or Sky wants to shoot.
Elizabeth is currently making sandwiches.
So by the time he's done, he looks to Sky.
Oh,
He says,
Sky
"Wanna
basically
try?"
did like a regular backflip, like where he caught the ground. But,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Sorry, since I'm watching you guys, I wanted to do some things that I normally do.
But do you parkour?
A little bit. It's not great, but
You shall have to come running with me some morning.
okay, I'll take you up on that. As she proceeds to push Sky off a building.
Nah, Elizabeth's actually pretty chill. It takes an awful lot to piss her off.
Yeah, you wanna?
I mean, she survived conversations with Caleb.
That's true.
Or rather, Caleb has survived conversations with her.
I look to Sky and I say, "Do you want to try? All I have to do is sit down and I can go through with you step by step."
Okay, if you promise I won't blow my face off.
You won't get your face blown off.
What is his appearance?
Mine?
Sky, I think he's appearance 3. He's pretty attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Zach's just an average looking dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's groomed though.
Do you gentlemen care for tea or lemonade?
Oh, tea.
Tea would be
Do
great.
you happen to
Actually.
have any ginseng tea? That's someone I haven't had in a little while.
I will see what I can arrange, sir. By all means, go and shoot. My apologies. I will be here when you are done.
Okay. He'll go ahead and sit down and say, I'll take you up on that tea, and let me try this. He kind of like inhales, exhales. What diff would this one be?
It's still 6, I believe. Hold on, let me double check.
I think it's longer.
Oh yeah,
I would say
so
7.
you're going for like a longer range shot.
I think a
just 3.
sniper rifle gives. I think an actual sniper scope gives you a reduced diff.
It does. Hang on, because it has a scope on there.
Okay.
Hang on. Where's the ranged weapons? Here. Rifle. So the conventional range is about 200 meters, and that's actually what you're shooting. So that's within range. So it's not a higher diff. And because it has a scope,
It's actually easier. Oh my god.
a -2. So you actually, but it takes 2 turns to aim.
Okay, so it'll be diff 5 then.
Oh, so for the first shot, you also get +2 your dice pool.
+2 to my dice pool?
Yep, because this is the first shot.
Okay. 5 successes. Oh god. He hits it in the center.
He goes. Kind of has like a not bad face. All right, there you go. See,
He just kind of looks at you guys. His jaw drops. Like, did what?
Hey, now try it again. It's usually pretty okay the first try, but come on, give it a second go. Now try and go for that target over there. Points towards like the 300-meter one, so that probably means it'll be a higher diff. I just gotta find range.
Would it still be the first shot since it's a different target?
1 second. Do you know the rules if it's a longer range?
What's the gun's base range?
200 meters or yards.
I think it does get slightly more difficult, but I don't know by how much.
Since we'll say where you're going over a range, we'll just say it's like just to be on the safe side, +2 diff.
+2. Okay.
And so that means including the sniper scope, it cancels out.
It would. Okay. So it would be 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
1 success. He barely clips it. Oh wait, it was supposed to be 6 dice, right?
No, because it's not the first shot. This is your second shot.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you did it. You barely nicked it. Nice. Not bad for your first try.
He'll just kind of smile and he'll be like, I mean, it's not really my forte, but it's something I'm willing to try. So,
learn something new too.
As people with our abilities, we really just got to learn every day. So I might as well learn firearms.
I personally always found it relaxing.
I'll give it one more roll. Come on, give me one more shot. So diff 7.
Yours wouldn't be diff 7. Yours would be diff 6.
You want me to go?
Oh, you want me to shoot again?
Well, yeah. He said, yeah. Come on, give it a try one more time.
Okay. I don't want to budge.
If it helps, if you botch, you're shooting the groundskeeper.
Okay. Oh, 2 successes. He gets a little bit better.
So you're more within the target.
Hooray, you didn't shoot Javier. He can go home to his kids tonight.
Looks like you're good. All right. Guess it's my turn.
He'll stand up and then head over to Elizabeth for some tea.
I think he shot 4 times.
3 times.
3 times. So there are 3 rounds left. And he'll shoot 3. So he'll first shoot the 200-meter shot.
Wouldn't it be -2 diff? Because it's your first shot?
That's right. And I also get an additional 2 dice. So that cancels out.
Okay, so
I got 3 successes for the first shot. Boom! And I get I guess I get center. And then the next shot, he'll go for the 300-meter one. So it'll be a plus 2. So that's 8 minus 2, 6. Wow.
Miss.
Does he actually botch? No, he doesn't. So he misses, actually. And he'll fire one more time.
Sky didn't miss.
Let's see.
Uh,
He gets
1 success.
one success.
Because it,
So he gets a little bit in the middle. And he kind of looks up. He cocks the gun back and takes out the magazine and kind of does it a couple times to make sure there's no round in there. Not the best, but it happens. Then he just kind of he'll take the rounds out and put the gun to the side and go over and head over to Elizabeth.
Elizabeth has finished making sandwiches.
You know me, I always look forward to your cooking.
I do my best, sir. As I have often said, I run a Boggin-led household, sir. We always have food.
What are Boggins all about? These Boggins.
You are aware of the movie and franchise The Lord of the Rings, sir?
oh, so they're
Yes.
hobbits.
Essentially, yes.
Really?
Yes.
Huh, that sounds awesome.
So they want second breakfast, third breakfast, all the food.
Have you ever heard the old fable of Cobbler and the Elves, sir?
No, I'm not familiar
I
with that.
don't believe I have.
To paraphrase, there was a cobbler who was told that he must make 100 shoes by the next day, or else he would lose his home. So he fretted and he puffed and he puffed and he hawed. And eventually he went to bed, having only completed 20 of the 100 shoes. However, he just happened to live next to a fairy fort, and, well, the elves heard him. And so it was that they snuck into his workshop that night and miraculously completed the 100 shoes by the next day. So he did not lose his home. Boggins are like that.
Aw. They're so nice.
Yes, sir.
You sound like swell folk.
Unless you get on the bad side, but then again, I suppose that is the same with any people.
I suppose so.
I'd
They're
very
not-
much like to meet more changelings then.
I don't know. I mean, I'd be willing if. Unfortunately, I think we've been told to
Yeah.
steer clear for now.
I hope eventually that will be changed.
Yes. Mr. Stone did somewhat put a dampener on relations when he decided to shoot up my master's library.
Is that kind of like you guys from perception empathy, if you want? But he just kind of has a when Elizabeth says that, he just kind of gets a little bit quiet.
6 successes, dear.
What the fuck is this NPC, dog?
Dang!
All right, he'll do his manipulation subterfuge, which isn't much.
She's good. She's good at a very small list of things. Perk empathy being one of them.
I mean, I guess I could do it, but he won't get very far.
So you still get an exceptional success. So you can tell that there's something that he might not necessarily have agreed with what you said, or oh, that's her story. Like he finds what you said very curious.
Sky didn't really catch on it, but he'll be like,
Elizabeth pours the tea and she says, "You disagree." What was Zach's second name?
Norden.
Narden. You disagree with me, Mr. Narden.
With what?
My last statement.
Is it true that he was influenced by alkaloids?
No. You can roll perception empathy on her. She's not lying.
I'm gonna do it. Perception 3, I think it's 3.
I think this character has an utterly shit dice pool to lie. But she's not lying.
2 successes.
I'll make the roll of her pool because raisins, but she's not. No, there's no. I'm not lying, so I shouldn't even roll the pool. She's not lying.
From what I understand, Mr. Caleb was hallucinating and some kind of hallucinogenic when that happened.
Yes, sir. Though, strictly speaking, it wasn't an alkaloid.
if I recall, they said it was wormwood, but
Correct, sir.
I don't think it's anything that would be considered an alkaloid.
I mean, if the reason why he shot up his library was because of drugs, like, how did he exactly? Why were there drugs in his system?
The group expressed an interest in me providing them with what they wanted. And you have to understand that the drink in question is one of my master's favorites. Not only him, but several of his guests. And it wasn't given to Mr. Stone. It was, in fact, given to Dr. Devereaux. Mr. Stone took it and drank it, despite the fact that I'm led to understand he's rather a lightweight. And the drink itself contained no alcohol, but the wormwood reacted badly with the system.
Why were you giving that to Jasper?
We felt he needed to loosen up, sir. You have to understand, how does one best express? The presence of certain individuals who are too orderly, too static, is disconcerting to my master's people.
So you slipped them drugs?
Hmm?
So you slipped them drugs?
Yes.
Well, so about that fire range, who wants to go next?
Mr. Olmsted, I feel as though in many ways this is air that needs to be aired, so as adorable as I'm sure you feel you are being, it is not necessary.
Oh no, I wasn't trying to be adorable. I was trying to change the topic. Sorry.
I hope that isn't a policy anymore to give people drugs in order to need to loosen up. Especially when they don't know it's in the drink.
In my defense, so they never asked.
Still, they should know, regardless.
Mm-hmm. You can see she appears to be contemplating that, and she says, "Perhaps, sir. However, contemplate this. You stand upon..." One moment, sorry, something just got in my eye. Ow, 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 ow. There we go. Right, let's get that out. Yes, sir. However, what you must understand, and what I would ask you to picture, is simply that, how best to phrase, your Mr. Stone, when he first encountered my master and his people, attempted to read his mind. That was the greeting they were given. We tried to be, He then asked us for help. We're still pending on if he wants our help or not.
No, but I'm talking. You were intending to give that to Jasper, however, not to
Yes.
Caleb. So why were you
Yeah.
giving that to Jasper? Why were you trying to drug? Why were you trying to drug him?
I believe he said that. I mean, I believe she said that he was a little wound tight, and that she wanted to calm him down or relax him a little bit because in the presence of her her master's people, people who are a little bit more wound tight are difficult to be around for them.
I understand.
I think that's what she said.
But giving them a highly hallucinogenic drug isn't, I think, the best way to do that, especially considering the consequences that happened when someone else didn't take the drink.
It's also not highly hallucinogenic, sir. It's mildly hallucinogenic. That was just an incredibly extreme reaction.
Still, I don't think it's a good idea to slip people drugs. They can have all sorts of reactions depending on the person. Look, all I'm saying is that's not going to happen again, right? No more slipping people stuff in drinks.
He'll nod.
I'm going to perception empathy that nod.
Okay.
2 successes. Wait, is that? Oh no, it's just I got 1.
I'll roll her pool because why not? 1, and defender wins. For all you know, she's telling the truth.
I don't know. It's just that I guess where we come from, I don't think anyone likes the idea of having stuff in their drink they don't expect or want.
We come from a different society, sir, where if you are offered a drink, you ask what the drink is. Mr. Stone decided to down something that Mr. Devereaux had opted not to drink without knowing what it was. For all he knows, I could have handed him liquid cyanide.
Why would you present someone with a drink without telling them what it is?
They asked me to give them what I thought they needed. I did so.
He kind of looks a little bit... He kind of thinks about that. He's contemplating that. No. This gives me a little bit more context to what happened, that's for sure. You were describing what Caleb was doing beforehand? He was trying to read your... Oh, God.
He was trying to what, sir?
He was trying to apparently read your master's mind?
That is what I was told, sir. Him and the Baron. Whilst my lord and his fellows had just driven off an undead monstrosity who was attempting to attack the Baron.
Well, now, I guess we live in some dark times.
Yes, sir. But remember how best to phrase. That is the only reason I am currently here, sir.
I see.
Well, no, you don't.
Okay, I don't.
The only reason I'm here, to be quite frank, is because Sir Triori has deemed that you are to be protected, and thus I am here. He has rather a soft spot for you all. I'm not sure why.
I think you might want to, next chance you get, talk to Jasper. I think there might be some air that needs to be cleared between you two.
She will quirk her head to the side and say, Mr. Devereaux is his own concern, sir.
Well, if you're going to be protecting people, you might want to know how they feel about it. It's just a suggestion.
I will happily take your suggestion under advisement, sir.
And he just simply nods.
I'm
Actually,
Hmm?
do you mind if I change this topic? I know that
Sure.
it was something that was very important, but I also have another thing that I would like to talk about.
Sure, Sky. Shoot.
I mentioned it before when we went to the university and we met that Michael, but we need to still find information on what is coming. Has anybody found anything interesting about the Puppet Master?
Unfortunately, I haven't been having the time. I completely forgot, actually. I'll probably go and search more if I can later tonight, but I haven't found anything.
If I recall, we were told that our number one priority was to work together on this because that's the only way we will make it out. That's why I'm just bringing it up, because we really need to work together. That's why the training is necessary.
Absolutely.
I think that, Mr. Olmsted, you are not necessarily incorrect in your assertions. However, what you have to understand is that there will always be those who are not as adept towards the physical arts as others, and they need to train for what it is that they are more expert in. It is better to be very good with your mind than it is better to be incredibly sharp with your mind than very bad than train that, than always be very bad with the sword and attempt to train that.
That's true as well.
As I have said, I have seen Mr. Stone in action, and it is not something that would inspire great martial tales of old. I assume he has other redeeming qualities.
I just assumed that he would have some physical abilities because he said he was in the army, and the only thing I could think of would be that he would have some gun prowess.
He was an engineer, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a
Yes.
battlefield engineer, so
But you still have some knowledge about guns.
you do basic training, so I'm not sure. Either he forgot or because he didn't do it that much after training, or I don't know.
Memory can atrophy over time. So.
I assume so. I didn't mean any ill will by sparring with him. I just thought that would be one of his specialties because he was in the military.
Yeah. But being a battlefield engineer tech, it's sometimes you'd be surprised how much no fighting happens in the military just as much as firefights.
True.
A lot of the time is you're walking around.
I mean, all he really did tell me was that he was in the military. He didn't really explain to me that it was a battlefield tech. And I could only assume.
Anyway, regardless of that, I guess I just wanted to make sure that everything was straightforward, you know?
I once said, Mr. Norton, that you would end up being their leader, and I stand by that statement.
We shall see. We shall see. So I guess we could say that they kind of eat together for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and afterwards, he says, "So Elizabeth." Maybe they chat for a couple minutes just to kind of let the food kind of settle in their bodies, and they say, "So Elizabeth, how about your turn? I can load up. We can load up a new mag. Let's see."
She will click open her pocket watch and she will say, "With respect, sir, I'm running. With respect, sir, my time is somewhat limited.
I see.
I'm required elsewhere shortly. Allow me to clean up the remains of the meal, however." She will say as she starts to clean away the plate.
He'll even help you.
Sky will actually clean his own plate to be polite.
She will put it all back into her backpack before she zips it up, and she says, "Before I go, sir, allow me to make an assumption.
Very well.
I assume that you heard at least a somewhat divergent version of the events of the night, and Mr. Stone's slight outburst."
All I know is I heard two sides, I believe. Just thought I'd get your perspective on things.
I've heard that.
I suppose it's just.
I've heard it as well.
Sorry, what was that? What was that, Stephen?
He said, "I've heard it as well, but I'm one to judge a character by multiple things. I'm willing to give chances."
It is a very dangerous. She will look at she will look at you both very like, and for a moment, as I say, her face is normally impassive, but for a moment it becomes deadly serious, as in she looks at you with eyes that she has very similar colored eyes to her picture, kind of tinted red, but her eyes become very flinty and very serious, and she'll say, "I will give you one piece of advice, gentlemen, when it comes to dealing with the changelings, the Fae. They are people of words. If they say something, if they offer you something, and if you ask for something, you will get exactly what you asked for, even if that is not what you intended. Do you understand?"
He actually Zach kind of smiles as if he's recognizing exactly what you're saying. He says, "I understand perfectly."
Yeah.
Good. This is why it is very dangerous to make such open and blank statements as, "Give me what you think I want." With that, her face goes back to its normal Elizabeth impassive. "Now then, sirs, if you will excuse me."
He gives you a nod.
Sky will smile and bow his head a little bit.
"Good afternoon, gentlemen. As always, I am happy to have been at your service."
He gives you a miniature salute as you head off. Yeah, two-fingered salute.
I hope you have a wonderful evening.
Okay, cool. If you guys want to continue role-playing, that is fine. I just have to go to the bathroom and get a drink, so.
Very well.
Okay.
I look down to Sky as Elizabeth turns the corner. Kind of rubs his forehead. Mia.
It's a very odd subject for me, but I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. It's
no, it's
honestly
basically. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
It's like the old genie tales of old. Mocking your request, basically. They know perfectly well what you mean, but it's to teach you a lesson, I guess. Which is good to learn, I suppose, but I don't know. Living that just seems to be. I don't know. At least I'm making a half assumption, but that's just scary and dangerous. Have to tiptoe around every single interaction then in that case. So let's be careful next time we meet up with any of these supernatural folk and what we say and what we want. Right?
Now, the thing is, or how do we know that someone is supernatural? I know that some of us can read auras, but that's not one of my abilities.
I guess we've got to start learning. How about the next? I have people that can teach me, and you have people you can teach you. How about we ask those people how we can see people's auras?
Okay.
Probably the first thing we should invest in at the very least. Help us survive. Anyway, how about this? Enough serious talk. Do you want to try and fire on the gun again? He kind of smiles, like as if he's not trying to be so dour.
He'll actually smile a little bit and he'll say, "Actually, do you have any skill in melee fighting?" And he has the duffel bag that he was carrying. He'll actually have 2 kendo swords in it. I had this just in case we wanted to do something else.
I'm sure I could. I used to practice here and there. I can give it a whirl.
Now, I'm not as good as my brother is, but I'm willing to try things. So, I guess we're gonna be rolling. He'll toss you a
Yeah, we'll
sword.
go to an area that's out of the way, so no, if there is anyone there, they won't get hurt.
Yeah,
And they're just
he'll
soft
toss you a
swords,
sword.
right?
They're bamboo.
Ah, gotcha.
Like, you know how they're bound bamboo swords where you're...
I had coordination wouldn't apply to this, would it? No, it wouldn't.
No.
5d10 F6 or F5.
You're. Do you want to roll initiative?
Right.
Okay, so it's 1d10. Dang. So he has 3, and then his will. Okay.
So
His
it's their
dexterity-
dex and what's together.
6. So he has 9.
So I go first.
Yep. Come at me, bro.
Is it difficulty 5 or difficulty 6? Because it's a full sword, right? Just wooden.
I would say it's difficulty 6, just standard.
He gets 3. He hits. I guess unless you dodge.
Okay. He has a contested action, so what he's going to do is he's going to block with his sword. So that would be Dex Athletics or Dex Melee, I think.
It would be a melee. You want to redo initiative every round?
No.
Okay.
I do love how, according to Changeling 20, fighting with a great sword is difficulty 5. Continue.
So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 successes on blocking, so he easily blocks your sword.
All right. He'll go for another hit. He's not an expert fighter or anything. Actually, in fact, he'll hold his action. It's kind of like in defensive posture.
Sky will then try to strike you. No successes.
No successes. So then he'll go straight for you. Oh, oops. So I got
25 successes.
I got 1 success. 1 success. So it hits you.
Oh, that was nice. I was kind of rub his side a little bit.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
Round
Again.
2? All right.
Yep.
Reroll initiative.
Oh no, we're not re-rolling initiative. We're just keeping
Oh.
the same initiative.
Okay.
That way we don't have to keep re-rolling it.
2 successes.
So you're coming at me with 2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to split his action.
Ooh.
Come on, load. It's a dangerous game I'm playing, but I'm trying it. 2 successes, so that was he defended.
Uh-huh.
Ah, somebody split their dice pool.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He's tripping you. Oh, he tripped you.
It's just on a D7 to trip? That's fine.
Diff 7?
Don't worry.
Well, if it was Diff 7, he still would have got one success.
He falls on his back. Oof. Kind of gets up again. And then he'll split his dice pool because I don't usually do that. Oh, and he'll go for 2 attacks.
So he has one attack and then 2 attacks. Okay. He blocks the first one. And then he hit me on the second one. Oh.
So I hit you like on the shoulder or something. Whew. I'm surprised that this is actually working.
Ooh, you caught me off guard. You're a lot better at melee than I thought you would be. He has like a big grin on his face.
I guess so, and he grins too. And like he'll are there any other like combat maneuvers? Let's see here. Apply disarm, grapple, kick.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm not doing any of that. I'm not doing any of that. Don't worry. I just want to see if there are any. I guess there's no other maneuvers for. Okay. He'll just try to hit you again. 3 successes.
Do you have a spec in anything?
No. Well, hand-eye coordination,
Okay.
but I don't think it applies.
What he's going to do as his contested action is he's going to try to kick the sword
Out of
your hand.
So does that increase the diff?
I think it would be diff 7 or 8, probably 8.
Just keep it safe. We'll have it at 8.
Well, he didn't botch, but he basically misses, and then you hit him in the side.
Ooh.
Dang it!
What were you trying to do there?
I've done it before. Then he'll say with a smile.
All right, you can try it again. Gets 1 success. No, wait, I fail.
Yeah, you failed. Actually, he's splitting his action this time.
Aw, you fucker.
Okay.
Oh.
No successes on the first one, so he misses.
I want to do like a pirouette.
Oh, it should be 7. Oh, well, he would have got 2. Oh, no. He would have got 3 successes on tripping you.
So he tripped me?
Yeah, the first success he was gonna like hit you in the stomach, and then he was gonna come around and trip you.
Oh gosh. Okay, so I fall again on the floor. Oh, Two. And he gets back up, and he comes back up and tries to. I'm gonna try and he's gonna split his dice pool.
Sky will basically laugh and say, "This is fun. I have somebody who is even matched with my brother. He just beats me up."
So first one's 2 successes, so it's 2-1.
Oh yeah, you. Okay. Okay. He's just blocking. Okay. 3 successes to block the first one.
Okay.
And then 3 successes to block the next one. So he easily blocks both of them.
All right. He'll I'm gonna try and disarm you. Okay, so if she successes her opponent's strength score, then he drops that weapon. If she doesn't score enough successes to disarm the opponent, she still inflicts her usual damage. If she brushes roll on brave, skill for taking a turn to disarm an opponent with their bare hands. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to disarm you, so it's going to be F7 for me. So what's your strength?
He doesn't have very much strength. He has 2.
Okay. So I'm going to spend he's going to spend a willpower.
No, I do get a contested roll, right?
I think you do.
Okay.
Or no, I think it. Oh, I don't know if I get it.
If you're fighting a strength, you failed.
No, I got 2 because it's 2 success. Because what do you call it?
It's against 7, right?
Yeah, but I spent a willpower.
Oh, okay. So you got 2 successes.
Yeah, so
But defender wins, right?
It's exceed. So no, yeah, you win. So I don't manage to take the weapon out, but that's clearly what I was trying to do.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think it's a contested. I don't believe so.
Oh no, he's kicking you the sword out of your hand. Oh, 5 successes. So he smacks your hand with your foot, and you knock the sword out.
Looks like it worked that time. Good job.
Sorry, man. I saw you trying to disarm me. That was the first thing that came to my mind.
All right. So he kind of picks up the sword and walks back, and then he immediately tries to do it again. 2, so I don't do it.
Okay. He's splitting his action. Okay.
Kind of says in the middle.
4 successes. Okay, and then 1 success.
Oof.
So he hits you from the shoulder, and then he hits your side.
Oh, that would be my ribs. All right, I think we should chill it out for now. I don't want us to get in trouble. All right.
He'll like smile and do this bow.
And he does like a dueler's kind of bow. And he kind of just lightly tosses you the bamboo sword.
Okay, I'm gonna roll Dex Athletics to make sure he does this really nice catch. I believe he has 3 athletics. Yeah. He does this like twirl catch, and then like puts both of them into the bag.
Nice job.
See, firearms isn't my forte. This is my forte.
Definitely looks like it. But, you know, most stuff is at range, so it might be a good idea to get both evenly, you know?
He smiles a little bit, and then he kind of like whispers because he doesn't want everybody here, and he'll say, another thing. With my abilities, being able to fight hand to hand is a lot better.
Oh, fair enough.
Because then I can have bare arms.
That's true. That's true.
I'll beat you with my bare hands. No, literally.
I want to go for a couple more rounds of shooting.
And out of character note, I've just been reminded I need to be up in 4 hours. So if we don't,
Sure, man.
See. Okay.
So we'll just say Zach and Sky kind of still shoot at the round and maybe like go back and forth between shooting and doing some melee combat, and then they peace out.
They
okay.
pack it up and head out.
Thank you, players, for playing. If we ever have any, thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene from Kansas by Night. Have a good one, y'all.